Hi, my name is Xavier Kataquapit. I'm an Indigenous writer and columnist originally from Attawapiskat First Nation, a remote community on the James Bay coast in northern Ontario. Watje, sabi Kataquapit na sinagazan, at opposite of Kataquapit. Since 1998, I've been writing a regular column titled Under the Northern Sky, as well as news articles about Indigenous issues, life, culture, traditions, communities, and politics. My writing has appeared throughout Canada in print and in radio. I'm happy to provide you this YouTube channel so that I can read to you some of my work on a regular basis. I'll be adding to the channel as I develop it, and please feel free to like, subscribe, and share this video. This story is called The Money Trap. Money, or shunyan in the Cree language, has a very short history with my people of the James Bay coast. In my own personal experience, after years of exposure to dollars and cents, I still have a hard time dealing with money. It's only been since the arrival of the European that we have grown accustomed with the all-powerful money concept. Previous to this, my people lived a nomadic life as hunters and gatherers. We freely traveled along the James Bay coast to hunting and trapping grounds as our needs dictated. We had no currency because we didn't need it. We took what we needed from the land with respect and in balance, living in harmony with nature. For centuries, perhaps thousands of years, we lived this life, which was often hard, but in many ways much better than the one that came about with the coming of the European. In our culture, we survived by taking what we needed and then readily sharing with others. There was no buying in our culture, but there was a lot of giving, and that aspect of who we were lives on today. Most of my people don't have a lot of respect for money, and that has its pros and cons. I see people spending money as fast as they can get it. We love to shop, and when we have the opportunity to fly out of an isolated community like Attawapiskat, we make sure that one of our destinations will be a shopping mall. Indigenous people are still very giving, and when it comes to money, most are quick to part with it for someone else's need. Many of us don't have a good grasp of how the economy is run, how banks work, and how to budget. Come to think of it, with the global economic crisis of the recent past and the current pandemic, I sometimes wonder if anyone knows how this money system works. If the best economists in the world, the most powerful governments, and the biggest companies can't seem to manage the money system, then maybe we're not doing that bad. The main problem my people have in terms with dealing with money is that it complicates our lives, and if we're not careful and have not learned some of the things about how the system operates, we fall into a trap. Due to the fact that many of us have not learned to budget and handle money, we run into crisis situations and end up stranded or broke at the worst of times. With the failure to handle money, we feel embarrassed, shamed, and our self-esteem takes a hit. For those of us who struggle with addictions, this money trap makes us vulnerable to relapse. In many ways, I'm happy my people still have an innocence about the money game. We are still confused by it, and we still tend to give money away without much thought. However, I know it is really important that we learn enough about this game so that we are not handicapped by it or used and abused. It would be good to see more of an emphasis put on educating young people in high school and everyone in general with workshops on how the system works, how to budget, and how to avoid stepping into the trap. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story. I'll have lots more coming your way. Migas minigi biji dottiman on the batsman. Patuamina. Migas. Watch it.